Because it's a oil, it's going to get a 10. Very, very hard to get an oil to project off.
10 for presentation, 10
Yeah, I love
for
that.
scent.
There's different things popping in my brain. I hate being a bitch and being unfair because there's livelihoods and jobs.
I've got 6 of what I think are the best fragrance releases so far this year. Aaron is going to smell and rate them, and we'll see if he agrees. You ready?
Let's go. That coffee is so strong, my eyes are rolling. That's what it feels like. So I may be a bit hyper for this. Try and calm it down a bit.
I just got to fuel him up with caffeine, and then we get Aaron, caffeined
Absolute.
Aaron, and that's what we want. These have really impressed me so far. I know we're only halfway through the year, but I usually do a 6-month point where I look at the best releases of the year so far. And I love these. You don't have to love them as well. If you don't agree with me, that's absolutely fine. So let's give them a sniff and see what you think. First one.
I love fragrances like this. Super commercial, cheap, inoffensive, but there's something off about this. Oh, I don't know. It's like it's a note that's doesn't feel right. It's a smoky, woody note that's kind of sticking out a little bit too much for me. The construction I really love. Very, very familiar. I love these fragrances, but there's something odd. There's something that's not quite right. I can't figure it out.
So the fragrance is just trundling along very nicely to a certain point, and then it just goes off and something...
No, there's something stuck out. So it's at the base, there's something sticking out. Yeah, there's something I'm not quite like. I love all of it. Very, very, I love these sweet ethyl maltol, acetate fragrances, coumarin, ambroxan. I love these fragrances, very nice, but there's something.
I'll let you smell the dry down on the sprayer in a second, see if that thing is still there.
Oh, I can't figure out what it is. There's something I don't quite like about it. It's something, and it's at trace amounts, and that's why I'm not picking up on it. So it's either something to give a spike and projection, and it's something to give it texture. So it's it may be an acetate, or it's something very, very small amounts, like 0.02%, and I'm picking up on it, and it's throwing the whole thing out. If you didn't have that, I think these are really nice. I love these fragrances. So I give this like about a 9. I just think they're uncompromising, very nice, and just...
So you're giving it a 9, or is it lower because of the little thing that's sticking out for you?
Yeah, I love these fragrances. They smell like what they are, but I think there's nothing wrong with smelling like what you are and unapologetic. And the amberwoods are really prominent in this. It's something like, I think it's Artisma. Artisma's mugwort, and you have to be really, really careful with it. It smells a little bit mothball, smells a bit...
okay, yeah, I think that's in Lamal, actually. That.
Yeah, I use it. It's really good with ionones, alpha ionone, Kofa, ISO. It's brilliant with that. It's really, really nice. And I think it's what's throwing it out, and you have to be, and the quality, you have to be really, really careful, because if it's poor quality, it smells of mothballs. And it gives you that cold, and I think that's what it is.
So we've got some good butt with mothballs.
No, it gives a spike in projection. It cuts through sweetness. So I understand why it's been used, but I'm detecting it a little bit too much.
Final rating?
9, I really like it.
A 9? Okay, yeah, so despite the sticky out, still gets a 9.
Yeah, I like it.
High.
I think it's nice.
Okay, that is the newest from Azzaro. It's Forever Wanted Absolu bottles. You a fan?
Crap in it. Yeah, I just... Well,
it's
whatever.
different, you know. It is a thing. I think some people love it, some people don't.
Yeah, not for me at all. Yeah, but it smells commercial. It smells sweet, but there's something I'm... yeah.
Are you still getting the thing on the sprayer? Same sort of deal?
It's either eucalyptus or it's Artisma.
So they don't really list much in the breakdown. Yeah. It's just, I think it's maybe 3. So I think it's, or a very minimal breakdown. So it's whiskey. I think there's vanilla in incense. Yeah, definitely coumarin. So yeah, whiskey, incense, slightly smoky, woody.
I think it's very nice.
Yeah,
very nice. Don't be put off by me because I'm fussy bitch, but I really like it. I don't know what's not to like about this. Yeah, to be honest with you.
But being fussy and giving it a 9, I think that's a thumbs up for this one.
Yeah,
great. Okay, and the next one.
Okay. It smells super commercial, which is fine. I like super commercial fragrances. Sweet, vanilla, woody, inoffensive. Perfumery's changing directions. I was discussing this with another perfumer, and they're kind of overdosing amberwood raw materials. This is what's happening in here. So there's this sharp, pointed, ambery texture I really like. Some people don't like it and they're super sensitive. I think they're lovely. And amberwood raw materials like ambroxan, ambronoside, ambrostar, norlimbinol, timberol, amber extreme, they're allergen-free, not restricted, push projection right out there, can dampen a formula, so need to be handled. This is so powerful, so they can overshadow other raw materials, and all you have is your amber raw materials, but I really like them. I think they're very nice. Now, limbinol can smell pissy if it's in high concentrations. So these sort of raw materials are in here, but this has been handled really nice.
Yeah, no pissiness to this one.
No,
It's
I
quite
like
smooth,
it.
actually.
Yeah, a bit tobacco-y, which is one of the vanilla adjacent raw materials. You can smell, you really detect that amber raw materials, slightly sweetened, very nice bit of citrus.
Yeah, this is a very vanilla heavy fragrance, and I should imagine that vanilla on its own perhaps might not project massively.
No,
I don't know,
it
would just
doesn't.
sit there. So these other raw materials that you've mentioned are helping to push the vanilla out there.
Very, very nice. Raw material I suspect called Cathalis, which is one of Givaudan raw material, one of my favorite raw materials. Works beautifully with vanilla to make it more masculine. So this is a masculine vanilla tobacco, very slightly smoky, slightly sweet, super commercial. Everyone's gonna like this when they put it on. It's very nice.
Yeah, and this may be to do with some of the raw materials that you're talking about, but it's got a bit of a mineralic sea saltiness that adds some texture and works really well with it. Yeah, I do think it's a unisex fragrance, but on me, when I wear it, I do feel like it's quite a masculine sort of smell. Out of 10, what would you rate that?
It's totally gonna depend on the price, because I don't think there's particularly anything which I'd consider super expensive, but I could be wrong depending on the amount of ambronicide that's in it. Those are stupidly expensive raw materials, crazy. But yeah, I think it's very, very inoffensive, and I think inoffensive fragrances I kind of tend to give an 8. I think it's nice, and there's nothing to not like about it.
I will reveal the fragrance.
Oh, okay.
This is from Atelier des Ors
Okay.
Novae Vanilla.
Okay.
And can we just get a little rating on each of the bottles as well? So there you go, have a little... Yeah, I think you're going to hold this one in the hand because it just fits in the hand so nicely.
Yeah, I like the gold leaf.
Yeah, like a snow globe, isn't it?
Yeah, like a snow globe. I think it's very nice.
What would you rate that presentation?
I think it's very nice. I like the seahorse, but it smells very current. So, like I said, it's where perfumery is going because we're getting rid of a lot of raw materials, and so now their perfumery is changing.
I'm going to push you for a out of 10 rating.
An 8. I think it's really nice.
For the presentation.
Oh, the presentation.
Presentation of the bottle.
Yeah, I think it's nice. About 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay. So 8 for the smell, 8 for the presentation. Yeah. That's a good, solid, very strong recommendation, I would say. Right. Okay. Next one.
Slightly more mature smelling. Smells. There's frankincense going on in here. It's frankincense, vanilla.
Could well be.
See, this smells, the quality of the naturals are different. I'm not being a bitch or disrespecting at all, but you can smell the quality within the naturals within this, and this has much more natural raw materials. And what I mean by naturals is things which are found sort of that grow on the earth that aren't particularly purified or made in a lab.
Or synthetic, yeah.
Or synthetic, yeah, like aroma chemical based. This is more my style of perfumery, when it's large amounts of naturals put into a fragrance, and you can tell. But there's a time and a place for sort of synthetics, and there's a time and a place for more naturals. But this is very nice, but it is more mature leading, which is not got a problem with at all.
Sounds like you're liking that one. You said that's your...
Yeah, I do like it. It's nice, dense, and expands out. So this is a fragrance which will you apply to the skin and then it radiates out. So it's not a fragrance that gives you a pointed projection. And pointed projection is with citrus-based fragrances give you that sort of top heavy. This is base heavy and then radiates out.
Yeah, that's the experience I had. I wore this a couple of nights ago, had a little special occasion to attend, put this fragrance on, and yeah, it blooms with the skin and starts to radiate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out of 10, what are we thinking?
Again, it's going to be on the price because I think, but this smells expensive. There's a thing. Yeah. So again, more mature leading. Yeah, I think it's an 8 as well. So I think this is really nice. Less safe than that. Boozy. There's a boozy quality to it. Lots of balsams in this, wood raw materials, frankincense in this.
Yeah, there's a little animalic edge. It's so strong that there's a little, for me, slight, not funky or dirty, but just a little bit of something.
I think it's nice.
Yeah. So this is, so you're saying 8 out of 10 again for the smell itself. This is the brand new release from Amouage.
Oh right,
Tonka.
Misfah. Oh.
This is actually an oil.
Okay, that's amazing. Very, very hard to get projection off an oil. And that smells expensive. So yeah, it fits with the Middle Eastern perfumery.
I don't have many oils, so it was interesting and enjoyable to,
I like the bottle.
To apply this in a different way. Yeah, and so let's get a rating on that presentation.
Can I open it?
Of course.
You can smell the Tonka like close up actually. Tonka's very expensive.
Yeah, because you've just been smelling Tonka raw material recently, haven't you, in grass?
Yeah, I had my snout in a bag of Tonka nuts, but these raw materials, they are very, very heavy. They're solid room temperature, so when you heat them up, they expand and kind of unwind.
Yeah, so this
I really
reminds
like
you
this.
of having your snout in that bag of
Snout in
Tonka
my
nut.
bag. I love packaging like this where it's squarer and heavy, and this I love. So this, I think the packaging is like a 10, very simple.
10 on the packaging, yeah. I love it, and obviously a small bottle, so great to travel with. Despite it being an oil, it does project. It is a very strong fragrance, and I love how you've just got so much fragrance firepower in such a small little package with a nice little bit of weight to it as well. So it feels really premium, smells really premium as well. That's Tonka Misfah from Amouage.
I think it's great. I'm going to mark it 2 ways actually. The fragrance, if it was in a spray, it'd be an 8, but because it's a oil, it's going to get a 10 because that is so difficult. So technically, very, very hard to get an oil to project off. So that I think just technically is really great.
So changing the rating to
An 8, if it was a spray, I would have done an 8, but because it's that, in that sort of formula, as being an oil, I'm going to give it a 10 because it's really hard.
10 for presentation, 10
I love that.
for scent, and you know because it's an oil, it's going to have that longevity.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is just going to last until you shower. I did make the mistake of putting it on clothes.
Oh, right,
I had a dark shirt on. It was sort of a charcoal grey. Huge, stupid schoolboy error. It's oil. It stained it. I couldn't wear it. Had to change shirts. So don't put it on your clothing, just on your skin. Next one.
Green, soapy, mineral, robust. This is probably going to change in the next 2 years because I suspect this has got galaxolide, or there's a soapy quality to this. The soapiness is sometimes by habanolide, really soapiness is by galaxolide and tetralate. Those raw materials are changing. So if tetralate and galaxolide are in this, 2 years it's going to be gone. And you have to change it, and then the quality of perfumes will change, and I don't think you'll really get this. Finished tetralate is so nice. They're both really nice raw materials. I'm kind of a bit, sad. Really like, ugh. Whatever.
You enjoying that smell?
Strong, robust, thick. It's got a thickness to it, which is hard with aquatic mineral fragrances. Calalone or calisone. Yeah, very nice. This is really nice, thick, smooth, very, very smooth.
Yeah, I agree, very smooth.
But I've got to say, I like mineral sea fragrances, aquatic fragrances with a bit more spike to them. This is so smooth. So, but really personally, I think it's a great fragrance, nothing wrong with it. But I would have quite liked a bit more pointedness to it. It's just so smooth.
Bit more structure, bit more...
No, not structure. I would have just liked a bit more of a top note. To me, it's missing kind of that pop. And I love blue fragrances or aquatic fragrances with a bit of pop on the top. That reminds you of the sea, sort of mineral effervescence. And this is the problem when you, it's not a problem, but when you overly smooth a fragrance, you miss that top note. And so perfume is a balancing act. But what I like isn't going to be what someone else likes. But it's very, very nice. And I haven't got a problem with it at all. But
out of 10, what are we thinking?
An 8.
An 8? Okay.
Yeah, I
some
think
good solid scores here.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I'd love some effervescence, a bit more.
Yeah.
Like sea foam quality to it, a bit more liveliness to the top.
So this is the brand new Prada Rossa Carbon, the EDP version.
Okay.
So the EDT was very similar to Dior Sauvage, the original EDT. So it had that very Ambroxan sort of smell to it. But this is quite different. I don't think it's recognisable as being the same as that.
Not at all.
And you said strong, robust, and there's some licorice in here. And I think that probably is creating those qualities. But I really enjoyed that. I was surprised. I thought it would just be another version of a Sauvage. And having licorice, I thought maybe they'll have done the Sauvage Elixir, which added licorice to the Sauvage DNA. But it isn't. It doesn't smell like Sauvage Elixir.
It smells quite Middle Eastern. That thickness and smoothness wouldn't be calisone. Calisone's 4 times the price of Calone.
So 8 out of 10. Presentation?
Horrible. Yeah, not for me at all.
Out of 10 on the presentation?
I think it's really about 6. It's all right.
Okay.
Mass produced. It's okay.
6 presentation, 8 on the 8 on the scent. All right. Next one.
This is what is missing from that. So this has got an effervescent top note. It's kind of effervescent, like a spicy spike to it. Clean, fresh, aquatic, and aromatic. Very, very safe, very, very easy to wear, suitable, ageless as well. This fragrance is sitting where all men can wear it. It's not particularly it's not particularly mature, not particularly youthful. It's really great and sits where it's suitable for everyone. Nice bit of citrus in there, wood compounds, a nice robust backbone, stable. Yeah, nice.
Out of 10.
Again, depends on the price, because the price will determine if it's crazy price, it'll get a lower mark. I think about an 8. I think it's just so safe.
This is from Chloe. So I think the price on this, can't remember the exact price, but I don't think they're overly expensive, these. This is in their Atelier de Fleurs collection, and they're a collection of fragrances inspired by the Mediterranean French Riviera.
Yeah, totally get that.
So this is a sea salty breeze blowing through an aromatic piney forest.
But it's got that spike, so this is this has got that effervescence and the spike and mineral qualities. This is like that sort of Adelphi coast. This is what I imagine. I've never been. That sort of blue sea, mineral, woody, effervescent. That's really nice.
Yeah, and smell. You might get more of the base from the sprayer, but there's a creamy sort of thickness to it as well, which I really love.
It's pink pepper in it. So it's giving you, it's giving you a spike with the pink pepper. So again, the quality, pink pepper, elm leaves, beautiful combination with sort of citruses. Been constructed really well. I think, how much is it? 115. I think it's great. It smells.
Yeah, that's the. I think that's the 50 ml. That's 50 ml, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, 115 for 50 ml.
Yeah, I think that's
very reasonable.
I think that's really good.
Yeah, one of the best of the year for me. This is Quentin Beach fragrance.
Oh, okay.
He knows what he's doing, and I adore that one. And like you said, it is an easy to wear fragrance. 8. We went. What did we go for the?
No, what did I mark that?
That was an 8.
An 8. I'm going to give that a 7, and I'm going to give this a 9 because the construction is really great. And to me, what is missing from this fragrance is in this. This has got. So they're not the same.
Right, so we've readjusted. We're going for a 7 for the Prada, a 9 for
I think it's great.
The Chloe, and the presentation rating.
I love it, but I would have loved it blue because it smells like that. What's it called? Teal colour. If that was teal, that's what it smells of, like teal.
Right.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, I get you. Okay. Next one.
You have to be really, really careful when you are utilising vanilla. Kind of vanilla adjacent raw materials. That's why I see nectarine is in the sort of bit like the fruity vanilla fragrance and can go with ethyl maltol, that sort of thing. You have to be really careful because they can smell, there's an offness about it. So this is not for me at all. So I don't like the blue fragrance with the nectarine quality, with the sort of citrus, but it's lively and bright, but it's not for me, that note. And that's the hook of the fragrance, is this tropical, Tropicana, nectarine quality to it.
Definitely tropical. It's grapefruit in the top, and I think there's passion fruit.
Yeah,
which is
passion
giving you
fruit.
that exotic.
Yeah, that's the.
You're not a passion fruit fan, no.
I am. It has to be done right, and it's the selection of the raw materials. So if the passion fruit is these soft vanilla nectarine qualities to it, I don't like it at all. Okay. I have loads of them, and I prefer them with vanilla, because to me, acetates go with that. Yeah, that isn't for me, and it's kind of like a bath quality to it as well, so very bubble bathy, kind of blue, tropical.
What would you rate?
So the construction's really good. They technically have done a great job of making it robust and strong and blue, and it's a different take on blue, but it's just not for me, so that's really hard. I hate being a bitch and being unfair because there's livelihoods and jobs, all of that. I really don't.
Yeah, but it's your personal preference as well that's coming into it.
6.
So, you know.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah?
It's not for me at all.
Yeah. So this is from Electimuss. This is their new release. This is Amber Bloom. Do just remember that, Aaron's opinion, he's being completely honest, which is what we want. I think I like this quite a bit more than you, because that tropical, that freshness, sunny beach location vibes on a summer's day. I really love it. On to the final one.
I like this style of perfume because it's animalistic, dirty, and then cleaned up. So this is really interesting for me to get my snout around. I love animal notes. I really like animal notes done well. This keeps moving. This is my favorite style of perfumery, when you get it here and it starts moving and it excites my brain, and there's different things popping in my brain. So absolutely not for everyone. So this is niche perfumery, sweet, woody, resinous, animalistic. You have to like this style of perfumery. So this is not for everyone, but I really like it. I think it's nice.
Very strong, very head-turning sort of a scent.
I really like this, but if you don't like spices, an animalistic nature about a fragrance, and that sweet resinous nature to a fragrance, you're really not going to like this. So this is really, you either like it or you're not. A lot of these fragrances are inoffensive and mass appealing. This is not.
It's a statement.
Statement piece, very bold.
I wore this for the Essence party in Milan, and it was absolutely perfect. I got a few comments on how good people thought this one smelled. Out of 10, what would you rate that?
About 9. I think it's very, very nice. Yeah, I think it's very nice.
Okay.
I just, the one mark off is because I don't think it's something that you could wear to every occasion. I don't know, I think it's, you have to pick your time and your place, but it's very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this one is so good and so special that you do have to be selective with when you choose.
I like spicy nature to it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's another Amouage.
Okay.
This is in their Essences collection. It's
Okay.
Sequence.
Oh, okay.
So this is a Julien Rasquinet fragrance. It is a slightly dirty rose oud.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love dirty rose oud. I think it's smoky. There's a photonic,
Yeah.
animalistic nature by it. I think it's very, very nice.
What was interesting, you said it's sort of cleaned up. And
Yeah,
I've
you
never
have
thought of
to.
it like that, but you're absolutely right, because I think they've put like some clean fruits maybe in the top of this. I think perhaps there's lychee. It elevates the darker, slightly dirty rose oud sort of
It would have
Middle
been-
Eastern smell and cleans it up, makes it a little more commercial. and
Absolutely.
wearable, I guess.
It had been cleaned up with wood compounds and major raw materials, which are lily of the valley, and they clean up a formula, and that's essential to have a clean aspect to a dirty fragrance, but then it's unwearable. And I think this has been balanced. Well, they wouldn't put out a fragrance that was not balanced, would they? I love the packaging, nice and simple. I like the way it looks like stone.
Yeah, I like that style of Amouage bottle.
Yeah, I really like this. The packaging I think is great. I think it's a 10. I don't think how you couldn't put it as a 10, to be honest. Because it's that simplistic, it's very appealing to look at. It's a lot of time goes into this.
The bottle is a beautiful creation.
Yeah, so I think it's like that.
So 10 on the presentation, and we're going for a 9 on the...
Yeah, I think it's great.
I think generally it seems like you agree with me that, you know, these are some really good releases so far.
Oh, I think they're fine. I think there's nothing, even this fragrance here, I don't think it's particularly awful. It's just not for me and I wouldn't wear it. But then if I like this style of perfume, I think I love this, and this I really liked.
Yeah.
This is okay, but I'm not drawn to that style of fragrance. I'm not gonna like this, am I?
No, it's if your style is to those slightly darker, dirtier, heavier fragrances, this very clean, bright citrus is not your
Sweet.
style.
No, not for me.
Great. Well, there we go. Some of the best releases so far this year. There's been more, but I just selected some of my favourites for this video, so it's good to get your opinions, Aaron. Thanks for doing that.
My pleasure.
If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Give it a like. If you want to see Aaron back for more content, then let me know in the comments. And what do you think of these fragrances? I'd love to hear from you. If you like the video, hit like, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do all that, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.